WMSLradio.com. This is UMSL Student Radio, the U.
And he's taking my picture now.
Actually, it's on video.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that was part of the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
We are multimedia.
Multimedia. So, anywho, I got into jazz. I had a mentor by the name of Harold Lazaroff, whose family runs the jazz cruises. Harold has since passed away, but if it wasn't for his taking me under his wing and explaining a lot about the jazz scene here in St. Louis, I would have never gotten into it. So,
well, thank you very much, Mr. Lazaroff.
Yes, amen.
Hey, now, I just have to ask, is that any relation to the Lazaroff, brothers Lazaroff?
Absolutely.
Oh, they're awesome.
That would be the father.
Oh, I never knew that.
And Harold's ex-wife, which is Anita Berry, is the one who founded the travel. She has the travel agency Travel Line, which runs the jazz cruise every November.
Oh, isn't it amazing how our music scene is all networked like a bunch of root system of a plant?
It is amazing. I mean, it's such a small world, you have no idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Magazine is saying this. It's one of 10 best towns for families in 2008. And you got your camera. Are you recording?
Yeah.
He's recording while we're on the radio. Oh my goodness, with his camera.
This will be infused into a blog via YouTube, if it's okay.
All right, you go for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, to tell you a little bit more about the festival, it's very much a family-friendly event. There's lots of entertaining opportunities and things for the kids, but first and foremost, obviously, is the music, and there is an A-list of talent that to get them all assembled in one place for one day, it really is a music lover's paradise.
Right. So there's been some long-range planning on this. This just didn't pop up. I mean, because it's been going on for years now, right? How many years did you say?
This will be the 9th annual, so, when this event is on, what typically happens is when the event ends, we have a wrap-up meeting, and we start planning for the next year. We pull together all our comments. What did we learn? Is there something that we could do better than before? And there are some things that have been put in place since last year that will make it even better than last year. At least we hope so.
Wow. So you got a big year coming up. Maybe you'll have an extra huge name coming up.
Maybe. We've had Johnny Johnson, we've had Billy Peek,
gosh, who could it be? You never know. You got to keep us guessing, and I'm sure you're already working it. You're just not letting the cat out of the bag.
No. See, Jennifer Bellum, the owner of Webster Records, she's our artistic director. Now, talk about somebody with the 4th oldest record store in the nation. She knows a lot about talent and area talent. She's gone out to hear Matthew play. I think when he played at Music Folk one evening or afternoon.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I digress. The festival it's a very memorable time. I get emails from people who no longer live in St. Louis, and they say this is the one thing that they miss about St. Louis the most. So I can't quite put it into words. I think no matter what I say, it wouldn't really do it justice. You just have to come out and experience it.
Music publisher of the world, and he'd been here for a while, and we knew each other from the International Association of Jazz Education Conference and the National Association of Music Merchants show in Los Angeles, all the different music conferences that happen in this country. We would run into each other there. That's how we knew each other. And out in Los Angeles, earlier that year, I met the owners of Fazio's Music here in St. Louis, out in Manchester. And they invited me to come out and do a music clinic at the store. And Corey was standing right there and said, yeah, you can stay at my house and we'll hang out and have a good time. I called Corey around May to make sure he was going to be in town before I booked this clinic, because he was a very busy guy, traveled a lot himself. And that's when he informed me that he was moving from St. Louis. He was leaving Mill Bay a little earlier than he had planned. It was kind of sudden for him, so he wasn't going to be here. And I made a joke about buying his house just for the clinic. And one thing led to another. He's emailed me a picture. And I love trees and I love 100-year-old homes, so it definitely got my attention. I hopped on a plane, came out for 3 days, and he gave me a crash course in St. Louis. And so my wife and I bought his house, and I've been here ever since. I'm here most of the time. My wife works in Orange County, and we go back and forth. It's been a very interesting new phase for us, but it's just, I really love it here in St. Louis, and it's been really great as a base of operations, because I travel a lot and do clinics at schools and performances around, so now I'm got a place right in the middle of the country, and everything is really close.
That's great, and I want to welcome you to St. Louis. If no one else has said it, St. Louis Steve says, welcome to St. Louis.
Well, thank you very much. It still feels new. I mean, it's been, it was 2 summers ago, but time flies fast, and a lot of great things have happened since I moved here. The band that's going to be opening for Sonny Rollins that evening.
At the Two Hill?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Who will unfortunately experience very low attendance because everyone's going to be at the Jazz Festival.
There you go.
And there'll only be a smattering of Sonny Rollins fans, but you can probably do both if you shot over there and you could come right back. But anyways, that was a feeble attempt on my part to not accidentally plug another show. But anyways, so a lot of the players are over there, so Kevin is kind of asking a bunch of us in town to kind of fill things in, so that's going to be some extra fun there. And you know, you were talking earlier about how everything's kind of connected, and the roots of the jazz world fan out like that. That's a good example of it right there, where you have a lot of these people are playing. Carol Beth will be playing with her band at noon, and then she'll be with the Webster University Faculty Band at 6. So a lot of us are going to be there all day long.
Well, and now speaking of roots and faculty, you basically are a root that's been tapped out of UMSL. Is that?
Tapped out might be the operative word there.
Pulled?
Well, yeah.
You want to explain about what's you?
CDs and merchandise and things like that. So, you know, that's what Don and I are all about, and you too with your show is promoting, you know, more awareness so that the public out there can have a good time with this music and help keep it going by supporting it out there.
Well, that's great. Now, you want to explain about your actual guitar teaching? Like, is it a standard course, or how do you know? I guess you have to adjust depending on the student, what you're teaching.
I do private lessons a lot, and that's one-on-one, so of course that's all geared towards what the students' goals are. Here on campus, you know, it was, these were music majors. A few of them were very involved with the jazz program. A few of them played other instruments and also played guitar. But I also do a lot of work in different music camps and things that go on around the country. I do clinics at stores and universities and kind of everything. I'm now hooked up with a company, licklibrary.com, out of the UK, and they do a lot of guitar educational stuff, mostly rock, but I'm kind of doing the jazz stuff. And I do web lessons for them, and then I just came out with an instructional DVD that is also coincidentally put out by Mel Bay, because those two companies are partnered together. So again, there's the interweaving of things and how that worked out, that I ended up moving here, buying their former senior editor's house, and now I'm actually indirectly kind of working for Mel Bay myself.
It's a sense of destiny.
It feels that way. That and about 20 other weird synchronistic events happen with all this. I still haven't quite figured out. But getting back to the teaching thing, it's I really enjoy that part of it a lot, and have been fortunate to hook up with the Grammy Foundation. You know, the Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
They